I'm known for carving cheese. I sculpt cheese for Cheez-Its crackers. I've been all over the United States, to Hong Kong, London, so I wine a little bit and I cut the cheese. Well, this was my grandparents' farm, and the Kerrigan brothers is actually after my grandmother's uncles. It got named after them, and I wanted something that meant, family and tradition. When I first started out, I made wine and I made beer. My beer didn't turn out as well as my wine did, and I think I enjoyed being able to experiment more with the wine and having more fun with the fruits and the different varieties versus the beer and the grape wines had seemed to be already set in their ways, very traditional. This is the recipe, this is what you do with it, and if it's not what the recipe says, it's not really a true Chardonnay or a Dunkel. So where the fruit wines, it's a little more open, we can have a little more fun with it. An apple can be dry, it can be sweet. There is no set parameters or standards, which makes for a little more fun. When I first started, I had 4 of these tanks, 2 dairy tanks, and a couple pieces of equipment. And since then, we moved up to basically 6 big tanks, and moved to still use my dairy tanks, which make about 500 gallons a month, but I have a new 1,000-gallon fermenter. Fermentation takes anywhere from 2 weeks to about a month. If you're doing a colder fermentation, you're going to slow down the activity, and kind of like a Pilsner beer. Or if you're doing like cherry, doing a hotter fermentation, it will be a week and a half to 2 weeks. But I age all my wines at least a year before release. And most of the wines, like blueberry, thicker skin, bigger pit, year and a half, 2 years. Even my honey wine, I age 2 years before I release it. I do the full fruit fermentation, so it's all full fruit and it's all the traditional ways of making wine. I'm a little bit of a smaller winery, so it's all done by hand. We have all sorts of friends and neighbors who come help bottle and label, and it's a love and a passion.